Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most powerful tools you have for dealing with stress and anxiety. And you know what the best part is? You've already got it. It's built right into your own body. We're going to explore how a super simple sound can literally act as your personal reset button.
But first, let's talk about why you'd even need a reset button in the first place. I mean, for anyone who's ever had a panic attack, you know it is absolutely terrifying. It feels like your body is just screaming that there's some kind of horrible emergency, even when you know you're perfectly safe.
You know that feeling, right? That sudden, overwhelming sense that your internal alarm system is totally gone haywire. It's like it's blaring a 5-alarm fire signal when there isn't even a puff of smoke in the room.
And when that alarm goes off, your body just unleashes this whole flood of physical symptoms. We're talking about a sudden, intense fear that just grabs you. Your heart feels like it's trying to hammer its way out of your chest. You might even get sharp chest pains, tingling, numbness, and that awful, awful feeling that something terrible is about to happen. In that moment, your own body feels like it's turned against you.
So in those moments of just pure panic, you need something that works right now, something you can access immediately. And while medication is absolutely a critical tool for many people, it's not always the right fit for everyone. Or maybe it's just not available in the heat of the moment. So what are you supposed to do? What can you do right then and there?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting. The answer isn't some complicated technique or a pricey gadget. Nope, it's something you've had with you your entire life. And believe me, it is way simpler than you think.
The key to switching off that false alarm, well, it doesn't need a prescription. You don't have to go to the pharmacy for it.
Because it's your breath. Or to be more specific, it's all about how you use that air in your lungs to take back control.
So let's break down how this actually works. The whole secret, the entire thing, is built on one core idea: a long, slow exhalation. That's it. That simple physical act is the trigger. It's the first domino in a chain reaction that just calms your entire nervous system down. And you can do it just by humming or even singing.
So how in the world does a little sound create such a huge effect? Well, this isn't magic. It's straight up biology. So let's take a look at the amazing science behind this biological domino effect.
Okay, so it all starts the moment you hum, or just let out a long, slow breath. That action creates a vibration, right? And that vibration stimulates this super important nerve in your body called the vagus nerve. That nerve then sends a signal to what's called your parasympathetic system. Just think of it as your body's rest and chill mode, and tells it to get to work. And guess what the first thing that system does? It tells your heart to slow way down.
Here's a great way to think about it. That vagus nerve is like a direct line to your body's emergency brake. So by humming, you are physically pulling that brake, telling your entire system, okay, time to cool down, time to slow down from that panic.
Now, get ready for this, because this is wild. When you hum, the amount of a gas in your sinuses called nitric oxide increases by 15 to 20 times compared to when you're just breathing normally. That is not a small change. That's a massive boost. So why do we care? What's the big deal? Well, nitric oxide is something called a vasodilator. All that means is it tells your blood vessels to relax and open up. Imagine it's clearing a huge traffic jam on a highway. Suddenly, everything in your circulatory system just starts to flow better, getting more blood and oxygen all through your body, and that directly helps you feel calm.
And what's so fascinating is that this isn't some brand new agey discovery. Not at all. Humans have been tapping into this biological trick for thousands of years, way before we knew anything about nitric oxide or the vagus nerve.
And this shows it perfectly. It doesn't matter what the practice is, whether it's simple humming, the chanting of Om in some Eastern traditions, or the mention of Allah in Islam. They're all built on the exact same foundation. They all create that long, slow exhalation. At a biological level, they are all flipping the very same calming switches in your body. Now, maybe you're thinking, okay, but what if I'm on a crowded bus? I don't really want to start humming or chanting out loud. And that is totally fine. Because while humming is great for creating those powerful vibrations that really maximize the effect, simple nasal breathing, just a slow, controlled exhale through your nose, is a completely silent and incredibly effective alternative you can use anywhere, anytime. Okay, let's bring this all home. The biggest takeaway here, the most important part, is about empowerment. It's about realizing the control that you already have.
So here's what this all boils down to. Your body comes with a pre-installed reset button. You don't need to buy it, you don't have to download an app. It is always with you. And your breath is the key that lets you access it whenever you need to.
So let's just quickly recap your personal toolkit. Number 1, your breath is a tool, not just something that happens automatically. 2, that long exhale is the key that turns the whole system on. 3, humming is like hitting the turbo button on that effect. And most important of all, this means you are in control.
You know, this is such simple knowledge, but the impact can be absolutely profound. So if you found this helpful, think about sharing it. Because honestly, we're all happier when the people around us are feeling good too. A healthier society really does start with healthier friends and neighbors.
And that leaves us with one last thing to think about. If a simple hum can have such a complex and powerful effect on our own biology, well, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other incredible, untapped powers are just waiting to be discovered right inside ourselves?